Welcome to the Singletrack Session number 66 here, part of the TrailManners podcast. It's a sunny day, cold day.
It sure is.
And we are back in Bomber Studios.
Yep.
Old Studio 78 had a rough morning.
Yeah.
It's been cold the last few days and didn't want to have a go. So
even more reason for you to sell it and get that ProMaster.
I need some Kickstarter money.
That's all right. We only need to raise 10 grand.
Yeah, that's it though, right?
No, we're not asking for much.
Really? I mean, it's not like we'll
do an Indiegogo or whatever that is. That way you're guaranteed the money.
That's I don't know all the differences.
I think with Kickstarter, if you don't hit your goal, you don't get
you don't get it. Yeah. And since the bus wouldn't start, you can get kickstart it or whatever. But so we're in Studio 78. It's a little warmer in here. We got the great views. Man, it's pretty out today, even though it's cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have real quick. We're gonna touch on our last episode, the holiday gift guide. Mm-hmm. Lots of comments coming in.
Lots of fun ones.
Because people know we're giving stuff away.
Right.
We mentioned we have some Squirrel's Nut Butter.
Right.
Some Untapped.
Yep.
Some headlamps.
Right.
A
pair of poles.
Slightly
used.
And some other random stuff.
Yeah, whatever we can find in the garage.
Whatever we can
find. Whatever I can find in the basement of the gym, too.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you go down
Some
there.
random stuff down there.
Rat trap.
Yeah, foam rollers we don't use anymore.
But I'm going to go through, there's a lot of them. I'm not going to go through all of them. There's a couple that kind of caught my eye that were pretty funny. So Henry Howard posted one. He had a great, comment, but he says, of course, slightly used poles or SNB would be cool too. Now, he wants slightly used SMB, which is Squirrel's Nut Butter.
I'm hoping that's what he wants because I've been slightly using mine.
Okay, perfect. All right.
To give to him.
All right, just want to make sure.
Don't worry, my fingers haven't touched it.
One thing I saw was like Jeremy Haddock, spousal approval pending.
Yes.
I liked that.
Yep.
Very smart man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are looking for socks. Dry Max is high on the list.
Yeah.
Some Patagonia gear is high on the list.
Right. Race entries were high on the list.
Very high on the list.
Yeah.
Suntos, I noticed, were very high on the list.
Yes,
we don't have one of those to give away.
No,
sorry,
not right now. Maybe in the spring we can wrangle one to give away.
Lane Bird had a comment. He wants a new Sunto watch and to run into a couple other old guys on Malin's one morning. Oh. And I thought when I read that, I'm like, is that us? Are we the old guys on Malin's?
Possibly.
So that might happen. Garth Harris, local guy. Some micro spikes, one of the few ones that put that, which is great.
It's a good idea.
And a TrailManners beanie. So those are going quick. So
we can help him out with the beanie.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Joe's giving everything away.
Well, I'm not going to give it away.
All right.
I can direct him to
where it's at.
To buy it.
And he can put it on the wish list.
There we go.
Lori Foringer, we got to give her a huge shout out, right? She got into Western.
That's right.
And all she wants is a healthy body.
Yeah.
For 2018.
She'll be fine.
So she'll be great.
She's going to rock that and the high. Is she doing High Lonesome? I think she is.
Yeah, it's 200 milers 6 weeks apart.
Right.
But she did wish a Merry Christmas. Also, Bill, good health. He's looking for the Lumen 600, which is awesome.
That was on a couple people's list. And it should be, rightfully so, like top 3.
Yeah, because we can't get enough of that one. And he wishes a Merry Christmas as well. Thanks for the podcast, and he loves the new beanie. So, Megan Martinez, or Meg Martinez, as it says on this one.
Right.
She wants all the cute running attire.
I can see that.
Yeah, you could see that. New Sunto and more disposable cameras.
I know, right? Because she just crushes that Lake Blanche every time she goes up there. The photo's so pretty, it just breaks the camera.
Yeah.
She's got to get a new one every time she goes up.
Nate Reese, he wants everything on your list.
Right.
He singled you out.
Which is pretty cool.
And he wants a new back.
I saw that, which makes me sad to hear.
Yeah, because backs are no fun to have problems with.
When they get grouchy and you're running, it's the worst.
Peter Vanderwilt, he's good to hear us talk about feature socks. He loved them for a long time. And he also wants a medicine ball and kettlebell.
All right.
He wants to add some different training into the mix.
That'll be so helpful.
Drew Scoggin, he just posted on Take Us With You Wednesday.
Right.
He's got his new shirt, and he says, it's only $5. I feel like I stole from you guys.
Well, you kind of did, but that's our loss.
That's right.
So we're gearing up for some new stuff here. Shortly.
His was funny. He said, great episode, of course. The wife walks in on me listening to it, washing dishes, and here's the price of some stuff. He's like, well.
You just hush up there, honey. Don't you worry.
It's all worth it.
They're all good investments, long-term investments.
Michael Herons, I'm guessing that one. He's looking for some Untapped, right? Waffles. And so Ultra sign-up gift cards.
I know. It makes sense to me.
But I saw a post, and it looks like next year
Nice.
they're going to have some, right? Because I think they've got just nailed with this, right? So
Well,
I think he talked about look for them next year.
Right. All right.
So that's
good to
not
hear.
bad, right? Yeah, a lot of new shoes people are looking for. I like the people Merry Christmas. All I want for Christmas is my headlamp back from Joel.
Yes.
That was Grant Nicholas.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Looks like we'll have to go running here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, he's got to come down here.
Pick
It's the only way
that
he's
up.
getting it back.
Amy Butler wants an altitude tent so she can come from the East Coast because she
Right.
doesn't want to have her ass kicked.
Well, she's going
by
out to
El
run the
Vaquero.
Vaquero. Yeah, I
Yep.
think she asked us again another question about that, whether we had run the 25K or the 50K. And in my mind, if you're going to go up there,
50.
if you're traveling, you got to do 50K.
Yeah, got to make it totally worth it. You just
Oh,
have
yeah.
time to hang out. But here's why, and I'm not going to announce any winners. I'm just going to message these people.
Yeah,
And
offline.
offline, except for Amy. She
Right.
is a winner. And I'm going to tell you why. Right out of at the end, she says, and could you send Joel and Eric a 4-pack of Heady Topper?
Yeah, I like it.
So she's like,
She won.
yeah,
Bingo.
right? Bingo.
Yeah.
She's thinking of us, which we're not going to ever look down on.
No.
I like Charles Stagers, too. He wants a lot of cool stuff. Socks, Lone Peaks, entry into Leadville 100.
Whoa.
But he says Patagonia Pro Striders, 5 or 7 in all colors.
That's
I
right.
like that, all the colorways. Happy for Logan Ledford. He just wants to spend time with his mama. First time in 4 years he's going to see her for Christmas. So that's really cool.
He's a good dude.
He is.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance to spend a little time with Logan at a race, please do so. He's such a nice guy.
Or anytime. You know, if you're I don't know what insurance company he works for, but just wreck your car and have him come do an adjustment if that's how you can meet him.
Huh.
Just safely. Like
That's
maybe
a
just
little
hit a
creepy.
pole.
A little creepy.
Right? Hey,
Yeah.
you're Logan. I did this on purpose.
Yeah.
I ran into this parking structure. But yeah, thanks for all the comments. And I'm going to be messaging people offline to say, hey, what's your address? I'm not going to tell you what I'm sending you. We're just going to start sending out some free stuff.
Right.
And we have plenty of that. So the only thing I would say is if you win something, right, if you get your package in the mail,
Yeah.
maybe throw a post up,
That would be nice.
right? Little shout outs.
Right.
Like,
Well, reciprocation.
so people know that there's winners and not, oh, these guys said they picked winners, but they didn't send anything out.
Right.
So we're not like
if
that.
you get a piece of Untapped while you're munching that, take a picture
Oh, that'd be cool. On the mountain.
on the mountain.
Or when you're using your poles.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for all the people that commented on that. We do hope you enjoyed the show, and we want to thank Canis and Park City Run Company again for
Hosting us.
hosting us again, because that was great. Let's see what else we got. Well, we had a busy weekend.
We sure did.
It started off interesting.
It did.
We got out of here very early, like 5 a.m. Friday morning.
5:30.
5:30 Friday morning, and we got about 20 miles outside of Beaver, Utah.
Yep. So we're heading south on I-15.
Yeah, just moving along.
Driving pretty dang fast.
Joel's got the Volvo locked in on cruise,
I do.
and he all of a sudden I feel this jolt, and he's like, "Uh-oh, what just happened?"
I thought my transmission died.
And we kind of sat and looked at each other silently as the car was not moving
Yeah.
or not accelerating,
You couldn't accelerate. Yeah.
and we ended up pulling off.
Well, we pulled off the side of the road.
Yeah,
And the car would only go about 15 or 20 miles an hour.
Yep.
Didn't matter how hard I pressed on the gas. And then the computer was showing reduced engine performance was the error code that was showing up. And at that point, it was like, well, do we cruise in the Beaver going 20 miles an hour on the side of the freeway when everybody else is going 80 to 90?
20 miles.
Yeah, we had 20 more miles. And then we got off on this Podunk Cow only exit. We did a little bit of researching on the Google,
Yeah.
and then turned the car off nervously,
Yes, very nervously.
hoping that it would turn back on. Let the car sit for 10 minutes, turned back on, put it in gear, and we were good to go.
We made it all the way.
I know.
So it was a little rocky.
Yeah.
We got there, had a great time. We did some shows while we were down there, and
Yep,
you'll hear
did 2
those coming
shows.
up.
We actually did 3.
Yeah, we won't talk about that one. Sorry, Derek.
Yeah,
But we went on a run on Friday.
we did.
We got down there, kind of got settled a little bit.
Right.
Did a show, and then we went on. Where'd we go again?
Went Chuckwalla, Paradise Rim, and Turtle Wall.
Yeah,
For a 4-mile loop.
and that was fantastic.
Yeah, it's a
I
great
was
place to go.
digging it. Like I was woke, as
Yeah.
the kids say.
Yep.
And that was a
Eyes
lot
were
of time.
opened.
Yeah, it was a great time, and we got back, and we shorts,
Yeah.
a little drier than we were used to.
That was a perfect day.
It was a great day.
Yeah.
Great weather. Got back to the car, went out to eat,
Yeah.
Crushed some chimmies.
Chimichangas.
Chimichanga.
They're good.
Hashtag disaster pants.
That's right.
But all was good on that front
Hey,
for the most part.
We weren't afraid because the race started at noon the next day.
We had plenty of time to work out the kinks, so to say, right? And then we showed up early to help Turtle, watch some lottery stuff.
Yeah, he didn't need any help. He was already set.
He was dialed in.
Yeah.
Although the bacon wasn't ready yet. Darn it. But yeah, we met a lot of cool people down there. Of course, we saw Amy Pett.
Yeah.
I think it was Linda Lee. First time we met her out of St. George.
Yep.
Derek Lytle, Ryan Heiner, Katie, and I didn't get your last name, Brad and Michelle Wojciechowski.
Yep.
We're down there. Steve Hooper from St. George Running Center.
Yeah, it was good to meet him.
And it was really cool. We met Dave Stevenson.
Yeah.
Longtime poster and friend of the show. It was just great to meet him in person.
Yeah, he crushed it.
And then, there's Hayden Hawks and Levi Hawks and Quentin Barney had the best saying of the weekend.
Oh, man.
His new thing that we're going to use is half is enough.
That's right. Half is always enough.
Because Carl Meltzer always says 100 miles isn't that far.
Right.
So now it's hashtag half is enough.
That's right.
We met a lot of great people and names we didn't catch.
Right.
We met Dana Miller.
Yeah, that was fun.
We just had a great time hanging out with him. And, of course, Turtle and his family were down there.
Yep.
I don't want to leave anybody out, but we just met a lot of people.
We did.
Right? And it was just a blast to be down there.
And the race was small enough that you could do that, which was fun.
And hang out. And we had our canopy set up. And, just a fun time. Fun course, hard course for a short course, right?
Yeah.
1,000 feet of gain per loop.
Mm-hmm. Very honest, 1,000 feet of gain, too.
Oh, yeah. Just a grind.
Yeah, the counterclockwise loop was totally runnable.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the first loop we did. So you can run that all the way up. And then you get to the top where the boulder field is.
Yeah, that was rad.
Fun in there, right? Where you hit that
so
single
rad.
track. That was good stuff. And then you get this crazy downhill going through boulders and slick rock and twists and turn. And it's steep on the way down.
Oh, it keeps you honest. Keeps you on your toes.
Sure does. We cut it short at that point because we had work to do.
Yeah, we had all intentions of going down to run the half, which is 2 loops.
2 loops.
But one of the people we wanted to get on the show wasn't staying.
No.
And this person we've wanted on the show for well over a year, and we couldn't take that chance. No. So we ended up dropping after the first loop. Took us about an hour, 15 minutes. Which isn't bad, right?
No, I thought that was a pretty honest effort.
Yeah, for our fitness level. But at one point, it was me, you, and Amy Pett just chugging along.
Yeah, that was
Ogden,
fun.
3 people from Ogden just cruising.
Yeah, the O-Town train was coming down the hill.
That's right. But yeah, it was just a lot of fun. And, like Joel mentioned, we got back and kind of settled, got our stuff set up and went at it.
That's right.
And then just cheered people as they came across the finish.
Yeah.
Gave away some swag.
Yeah, if you were there.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
We give them hats.
Not
All
as
kinds
many
of
as
stuff.
you wanted, but we gave away some hats.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah.
Nordic.
Yeah, if you're not signed up for Nordic, you're going to miss out.
Yeah, and it's sold out, but we'll get to that. But yeah, once successful, we did the one loop of the. So how far was that? Like six and something miles.
6.2, 6.5.
And I met my goal of no pace, no crew.
Yeah.
So that's great.
We both did.
We just kind of did our thing.
Maybe that should be the goal for next year. No pace, no crew for all the events next year.
Oh, that's stout.
It is.
Well, it's almost getting to the point it's almost you have to because everybody we know is running all the events.
That's
right?
true, right?
So it's like, well, it's not a lot of people left.
That's okay.
And then we got in a great run with Turtle on Sunday morning.
Yeah, went up on the barrel roll trail.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Went out with Turtle and his dog, Kenzie?
I think so.
And we saw Brad Wojciechowski. He was just finishing his run.
Yeah, he'd done barrel roll.
By the time he showed up.
He was trying to check out that Red Mountain course.
Yeah,
that happens in March.
3rd, I think, first Saturday in March. Yeah, so that put on by Steve Hooper in the St. George Running Center. But all in all, great weekend.
Right.
A lot of fun. Got some good miles in. Chowed down on some food. Got that whole food diet where we ate a whole lot of food.
Actually, we didn't eat as much as you're saying.
No, we didn't. We just had that chimmy.
That chimney. The next night, we went to Pancho and Lefty's, which was pretty good.
Yep, and I had a burrito.
Yeah.
And you had
enchiladas with mole.
That's right.
It was good.
But I'll tell you, the kicker was Sunday after the run. Went to the creperie.
Went to the creperie.
I like to call it the creperie because
Yeah.
it just sounds better.
If you've never been to the creperie in St. George, you're missing out.
I was loving
You
life.
were suspicious as hell at first.
Well, because, you go to a place and they say, what do you want to drink? Joel orders his dirty chai.
Yeah, dirty chai.
And dirty chais take time.
Yeah.
And I ordered a coffee black.
Right. You
Which
thought you were gonna
usually
leave me.
just pour it out. It's in a cup.
No.
Joel's halfway done with his chai before my coffee was ready.
You're eyeing that coffee the whole time.
And I don't know the name of the process.
It's a pour over coffee.
It's similar to a pour over,
Yeah.
but it's like bubbling up and sucking it down and moving it over. And,
Yep.
it was crazy. It took a while.
It did.
But it was some of the best coffee I have ever had in my life.
It's yummy.
And then
It's hot as hell, too.
it was super hot. Like,
Holy
it took
shit.
a while. I had to take it with me. But then the sandwich we had, or the crepe we had,
crepes.
man, that had like egg and sausage in it.
We had the
super
jersey.
light. The jersey.
The jersey
That's
was
right.
good.
It was so good. Next time I go, though, I got to get that Nutella banana strawberry one.
Yeah, that one's good.
That was grub. So just a great weekend. Had a lot of fun. Met a lot of people. Yeah, safe, healthy.
Yep.
Can't
Got
ask
back
for much
home.
more.
No issues with the car on the way back home.
Nope, just some snow on the way back.
Yeah.
We were down in, okay, that race was hot, though. It was a noon race.
Mid-60s. We weren't expecting that.
It
We
was-
are sleeveless, though. I was kind of like semi-prepared.
Oh, I was way
I
prepared.
mean, if I was fully prepared, I would have lost 30 pounds and gone, shirtless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a shirtless runner, but yeah, it was hot.
It was.
I was like, what in the world? And then we come home to snow.
I got sunburned that day.
Yeah, we totally did. Just hanging out there.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks again for a great weekend, Turtle. Put that on your calendar next year. It's going to be on December 8th.
Yeah.
He's already got the date set. February 1st is when that opens.
Right.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Because while we were down there, they had the lotteries for Western and Hardrock. A few technical difficulties here and there, but all in all, it was interesting. There wasn't a ton of... I don't want to say that because there was a lot of people, and I'm going to name just a few names because we'll start with Western, right?
So the people that got into the races that we know.
Or associate. Like Western States was really cool. There's a gentleman in Ogden, Preston Wood.
Right.
He had one ticket in the Western lottery.
Yeah,
and
what
he got
did
pulled.
He got pulled. That's amazing.
But he even messaged us or posted saying, hey, I need some TrailManners luck. And so we sent some his way, and whammy, he got in.
He got it.
With one ticket. So Preston, congratulations.
Right.
And he's coming out to volunteer at the Nordic Valley race. So.
That'll be fun.
Amy Blackham here in Salt Lake got in, and I think she'll do well
she will.
at Western. Brian Beckstead's in. Aaron Clark, she got in. Corey Reese is there. Brandon Days from the Runner's Corner down Norm.
Right.
Eric Nelson. And, of course, Carl Meltzer. He's looking to break the over 50 record,
right.
which is 18 and change.
That's still fast.
That's fast.
Yeah,
so good luck to Carl. Mark Hammond from Salt Lake, fast runner. He's
Fast
there.
dude.
And a local guy, Dan Barnett. So there's a lot of people in Western. I mean, there's like 340 names.
Right.
It's going to be a good race.
Yep.
Those are the ones we know, I guess. And there's probably a few more I missed because I do that. Then for Hardrock, our buddy Turtle got on the wait list.
Yes,
The
number 14.
Number 14. So his odds aren't great. It's never gone that deep on that list.
Right.
So, but we gotta throw out some luck there, or some good luck for him. Then a few other names. Austin Baird got in. And
Again.
So he got in his first year this year, and my apologies. We wanted to get him on the show after it was over.
Right.
But the
Just never
schedules,
worked out.
it didn't work out, and I feel horrible about it, but hopefully we can talk to him because he's going back 2 years in a row.
That's amazing.
Adam Campbell's back in, which is awesome. Mike Foot's in.
Yeah. I like him.
AJW's coming out. Of course, the Hornets in.
That's right.
Betsy Kmeyer and Nikki Kimball are in.
Yeah, of course.
Right,
Well,
so
they're
that'll
vets,
be cool. Chris Lundberg out of Jackson.
That's
That'll
awesome.
be cool. Friend
He's
of
a
ours.
good guy.
Shane Martin, local guy here. He's running the Nordic Valley. The Nordic Valley 7K is going to be a nice race for him to get
Good
ready for
stepping
Hard
stone,
Rock.
right? To that Hard Rock training.
Betsy Nye, Jason Poole, great
Yeah,
guy we've
good
had
guy.
on the show.
Good
Brian
set of
Powell.
hair.
Yeah, good set. That's right.
set
I
of
forgot about that. Good head of hair.
Yeah.
Billy Simpson. It's cool
he's
to have
a
him there.
legend.
Professor X is back.
Yep.
Xavier. Brendan Trimboli, good friend. James Varner got in.
Good.
Which is awesome. Mike Wardian.
Wow.
That'll be good, interesting. I hope he trains for this one, right?
Oh, don't
not
worry,
like
he'll
not overrun. You know what I mean? Like he runs races every weekend.
It's hard to overrun because, I mean, that guy runs every day.
Yeah, like a marathon a day.
Yeah.
And then Kendall Wimmer, another local guy, got in. So there's a lot of other names in there, but again, congratulations for those that got in. Wait list wise, there's some big names on wait lists. You look at like the veterans list. Local guy Tom Remkus is number 1 on the veterans wait list.
He'll get in.
So that's awesome. Darcy, number 9 on the veterans wait list. So
That's a tough one.
that's a really tough one.
Right.
On the Else Lottery, Jeff Browning, he's 7 on the wait list. Anna Frost, 9 on the wait list.
Oh, man.
Nick Petitella, 12. And then just some local names that, that are way down on the Else Lottery wait list. Andrew Barney, 24. Matt Connors, 25. Jamil, 28.
Wow.
And Matt Van Horn, 30th. So that's unfortunate. The Never Lottery, as we mentioned, Turtles 14. Luke Nilsson's 11, so he's right there.
Ooh,
that's
so close.
A little deep, so
yeah.
just really.
I wouldn't plan on that.
Yeah, I mean that's tough. That's a tough one. And then some local, like Eric Storheim, 30.
Yeah, nope.
And good friend Bryce Warren's 51 on the Never Lottery, so I'm not looking good there either.
No.
So sorry about that. But there's plenty of other races out there. Unfortunately, those are the two that people look forward to the most, I think, anymore. And then we mentioned this last week, but get ready. I think next week's show, we will ask for your names for Ultra Run of the Year.
Okay.
Top 3, top of each, men and women.
Is this U.S. based or international?
Oh, we talked about that, huh? A little bit. What do you think?
I think
overall.
Overall.
Yeah, just top 3 ultra runners.
Yeah. Worldwide.
There
we go.
Worldwide, global. Yeah. So we'll have that next week. So start doing your charts, your graphs, what do you call those?
Algorithms.
Yeah. So top 3 men, top 3 women, ultra runner of the year. The TrailManners contest. There will be a prize for first place in each.
Okay.
That are closest.
Right.
To the actual. And I don't even know when they do the real one.
I don't either.
Crap. I hope they don't do it before we do the contest.
Well.
If they do, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
We just want to hear what you got. And I'm going to touch on this because I haven't for a few weeks, and I apologize. The TrailManners Fantasy Football League, the playoffs start this week.
Yeah.
So there's 10 teams. Only 8 teams go to the playoffs, and I finished 9th.
Oh, no.
I lost this weekend by 10 points. I would have put me into 8th place, which would have put me in the playoffs. I'm out. I've never not made the playoffs in my entire fantasy football career.
Let this be a learning lesson.
Huge.
Right.
And I'll give it this a little bit. I made a lot of coaching errors up front by not starting guys because I didn't like them personally.
Gotcha.
Which is bad because you're trying to
win.
It's called fantasy.
Right.
We don't have to hang out. So that was my fault. And then I just had a bad year. There's no excuse. Just poor coaching more than team. I put the wrong guys in at the wrong time. So
you're saying you're the Bruce Arena of fantasy football.
I'm not even going to comment on that. That hurt deep. That hurt way deep. That hurt really deep. But yeah, good luck to those. We'll keep you updated. So I forgot all the 8 teams that are playing off, but next week we'll have the final 4,
right?
And we're going to go down that way. But I didn't make it, and that's really sad. And as we mentioned earlier, the Nordic Valley 7K is now sold out. We capped it at 100 for a first-year race. Man, thank you for everybody that registered. We will have that drawing for the limited edition Solomon Pose if you did register before December 1st. If you registered after December 1st, you don't get in the lottery for that. I apologize. But it looks like everybody will get a shirt.
And medal.
So there's that. And it looks like we're good on volunteers.
Yeah.
So that's even better. So it'll be fun to see how that plays out. What else we got going on? Hey, you know what? Buffalo Run 25K is open, Joel.
Well, so let's back up a little bit there.
Yeah. All right.
So we need to say thank you to our friends at the Beaverhead Endurance Run for sponsoring the Singletrack Session for the month of November. I believe they have a couple slots still open for the 55K. I think this would be a great stepping stone for your ultra running career. If you've got a couple marathons under your belt, or if you got an easier 50K under your belt and you want to step up to something a little harder, this would be a great place to do it.
Yep.
So again, thanks you to the folks up at Beaverhead for sponsoring the Singletrack Session. So now we're transitioning because we're in December and we've got a new sponsor for the Singletrack Session.
We do.
As Eric said, it's the Buffalo Run 25K.
Yep.
And we kind of sought this one out on purpose.
Yep.
Jim's got 400 slots to fill.
March 10th.
Yeah.
Which is earlier than normal because they switched it up this year. So just the 25K is going on Saturday, March 10th.
Right.
And there's 400 in that one.
I know.
Or they're taking. And we want to fill it.
Well, yeah, let's fill it.
Let's fill it. Let's fill 400 on that 25K. Registration's open.
It is.
And if you haven't been out and run on the island, there's 2 things. If you haven't run on the island, you're missing out. It's an awesome run.
That time of year, it's the best.
It is. And the 25K is a sweet course.
You get to see almost all the best part of the island.
Yeah, it's a sweet, runnable course.
It's very runnable.
And it's a tester, too.
Yeah, it is.
Because there's some grinds.
Yeah, there's some switchbacks on the backside of the island. They're very runnable.
Oh, how about that start, though? Because that's a grind.
That's a mile of douchebag running.
DB grade, right?
Yeah, it's total douchebag running. It will get your heart pumping.
So there's the first thing. So if you haven't run on the island, you're absolutely missing out.
Right.
The second thing, if you haven't run race put on by Jim Skaggs, you're absolutely missing out.
Right. He does a top-notch job.
And it's old school still, right?
It is.
It's that down-home feeling, right?
Everybody knows each other.
Yep. And you know he's going to put on a good show. He always brings some home brews.
Yep.
And this will be interesting because it's just the 25K, so it's usually all the races, 25K, 50K, 50 mile, 100 mile, same weekend.
Right.
With just the 25K, you're racing between, a few hours, right? 3 hours,
Yeah,
2
maybe
to
4 if you're kind of walking.
Yeah,
you
2 to 4
can get
hours.
4 done.
It starts
the fast people will get it done in like an hour-ish.
Yeah, and it's at 9 a.m.
Yeah, it's a great start time.
There's going to be a fun time at the finish line.
Yeah, for sure.
If we get 400 runners out there just hanging out, that'd be a blast.
That is fun.
So,
I'm not sure what he's doing for food at the finish line this year.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
We'll get that sussed out this weekend.
We got a meeting with him, business meeting.
That's right.
With Mr. Skaggs, and if you haven't seen his incision on Facebook, don't. It's nasty.
It's gnarly. He had Achilles surgery. Oh.
2 of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great race. Okay, that race was my very first ever trail race.
Yeah.
The first year he put it on, 2006.
It was my first race that I ran in Utah after we moved here.
Really?
I'd done the steeplechase once before we moved over here. Drove over from Laramie, did the steeplechase, and that was another reason that sold me to move over here. But yeah, that's a great course out there. If you're done some shorter races and you're looking for something a little bit longer or a stepping stone for other races in the spring, this is the perfect opportunity.
It's such a great race. Like I said, 2006, I'd never run a trail race.
Right.
It was the longest I'd ever run. Never even close to this distance,
right.
which is 25K.
The distance says it's 25K,
yeah,
but it's closer to 16 miles.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
So if you're a little grouchy about being accurate, don't bring that grouch.
Yeah, this is a great trail race.
Right.
And holds a special place for me, not only because of my first one, but it introduced me with Jim and Karen, his wonderful wife, who is always there, making sure Jim stays on track. But yeah, we'll bring more information. There's going to be a link in the show notes. But man, that's a great race. Again, March 10th, 9 a.m. on Antelope Island. 400 runners. Let's fill this. Share it with your friends. Get some people out there. Let's fill it, because 2 weeks later he's going to have another race.
Yeah,
we're going to focus right now.
Well,
get
if you want to do
25K.
the 25K and longer race, you can do that because he has a discount.
Yeah, and there's a week in between.
Plenty of rest time.
Plenty of rest time.
Yeah,
and there is a discount if you go to the website. If you register for 2 at a time, you do get a cut rate.
Get a little bit of discount off, which is nice.
Which is awesome, right? I mean, every little bit helps.
Right.
But let's do that or something. You know what? There's plenty of time to ask for that for Christmas.
There is.
Right? It's like, what do I want for Christmas? I don't want that sweater. I have enough Old Spice to last me a lifetime.
The cheese curd level is full.
I'm going to back off on that one. But everything else, right? It's like, you know what? Let's run this 25K at the Buffalo. And Eric and Joel are going to be there. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a party on the island.
Wait a minute, we are?
Yeah, we'll be at the race.
Oh, that's right. It's a week after Red Mountain.
Yeah, it's the 10th. So we'll be primed and just hanging out.
Oh, man, I can run that race too.
Canopy set up, flags blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be some type of swag going on.
Oh, I'm sure.
And Megan Martinez is bringing plenty of disposable cameras for photos. So we'll be set. So yeah, check that out. We'll have some more links in our show notes. And thanks for Jim and the Buffalo Run 25K for sponsoring the TrailManners podcast this month. And let's pay that back by filling that sucker.
Yeah.
What else we got going on? We're getting, it's time, man. We are getting into Woody Footy time.
Yeah.
And it's Joel's week.
There was some exceptional ones this week.
And we're gonna
where were we? So we're somewhere on Sunday. Oh, we were in Beaver.
Yeah.
Stopping at that place that's got the nice bathroom.
Oh, that was. They said, hey, right when I walked in, hey, we have nice bathrooms. Like, I'm going to take your word for it.
No, and she was right. They were very nice bathrooms.
Absolutely.
And clean. But Eric was in there draining the lizards, and I was looking through the Woody Footies. And, man, there were some really good ones. And they just keep rolling in. They get better all the time. So let's go through these real quick. So Lee Moss was at the state capitol.
Well, hold on. Now we'll back it up because we got some intro. We got some lead-in music.
Sorry, I got so excited.
Because last week's intro music was on point. So this week's intro music.
Do you have it queued up right now?
I don't, but
I thought you were that good.
I've got to figure it out. I haven't had time. I've been busy since I got home.
All right.
So here's the intro music, and go.
Eric's dancing right now.
And we're good. And we'll still have intro music going now. So now Joel can take us away.
Okay. So Lee Moss was at the state capitol last week doing a little protesting.
Yep.
Like to see that. It's good stuff. Michael Lehman was in Sycamore Canyon with some speedy boys. The Lost Boys 50 miler. That looks like it's fun. our buddy Simon. Now, Simon sent me a message the other day. This guy is super nice.
Yeah.
Had really nice things to say about us.
Nice.
I think he's trying to open up a TrailManners branch down in Australia.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to have to work on setting up the affiliate down there. But anyways, his normal Bondi, right? That's his go-to. He's always going there. Looks so nice to run on the beach, especially this time of year. Let's see here. Garth Harris was up on Malins looking over at Ben Lomond. Looking a little smoggy, folks.
Ugh.
We're not happy about
Air
that.
quality.
Jeremy Haddock was going to Lake Blanche really early in the morning. There's a big set of eyes on the side of the trail. And if you look close enough, it's a moose. It's not a mountain lion.
When I first saw that, I'm like, yikes.
Like, big cat. Big cat. Matt Ozanek running Red Mountain #1 in the San Juans. Our buddy Jeff Hart looks like he just got out of meth rehab near Oyster Dome on Blanchard Mountain. Looking pretty rough, Jeff. I'd have to say that's the worst picture you've ever posted on Woody Footy.
Meth rehab, I like
He
that.
totally does. Our friend Brienne Donovan, Donna Val Fluman. Why did she put that name in there? Brienne Fluman on the BST right before it got all snowy. Jeremy Haddock finally made it to Lake Blanchett, got past that. Moose. Mike Pace took a picture of the Ogden River with a shopping cart in the middle of it.
I saw that.
Stay classy, Ogden. Our buddy Hayden Hawks was out making a loop or two on the Capstone course, which is up by the Zen Trail. Looking out over the flats and the Arizona Strip. Looking mighty nice. Brian Tolbert, Mr. Power Stash. Early Granger laps with our buddy Luke Nelson. Logan Ledford was up on Gobbler's Nobbin.
As you said, I went knobbling this weekend.
Our buddy Corey Vigil, Park City. That was a really nice picture that he took. Jeremy Hendricks was somewhere, didn't say where. Looked like there was a bunch of snow. It was cold.
He lives in Boulder area, I believe. So
Larry Adams was over in Kauai.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that looks big waterfalls, so it looks pretty fun. Of course, Missy Burkle had her puppies out, probably up in the avenues running. That's her kind of stomping grounds. Kate Crocker, Antelope Island, with Alex Terrell.
Nice.
Preston Wood was on Ben Lomond right before the snow hit, which is amazing that you're able to get up that high right now.
In December, first week of December almost.
Right? Andrew Giles was making some snowmen up in the Great White North. Christopher Pack, Winter Sun 10K in Moab. The Bernheisel effect actually went up to Lake Blanche.
I think it was his first time, I think it said,
so.
too.
Chris Ward. Now, this picture was really good. This was top 2 for me, Chris. Sunrise over Denver from my run up Mount Galbraith, somewhere in Colorado. Jeremy Smith to the top of Mount Baird, mile 85 of the Putts 100 course. Looks pretty snowy up there, fellas.
A lot of snow.
Yeah. Ryan Robury was on the Barrel Roll Trail. That's a fun area.
Had been fun to see him down there.
I know. Sarah Ohm completed the Chattanooga 100. No crew, no pace. Woo-hoo.
That away.
Sarah. I'm loving that. Chris Flandro Williams, Adam Canyon. Now, this was last week when we didn't have any snow. Of course, it snowed a couple inches since then, so there's going to be some snow up there this week. Chad Smith, Highland Lake State Park, Middletown, New York. Lisa Anderson checking out the San Diego 50 course. Now, we've been invited down there at some point to go run that. That looks like it's fun.
That does.
Mm-hmm. Douglas Smith, Shepherd Falls Creek Trail in Farmington. Our buddy Dana Mud and Guts Miller was down at the Capstone, even though he didn't post a picture. That's okay. We forgive you. Hannah Holm, the edge of town, Grand Junction, Colorado. John DeMartin was in Sandy Cove Trail overlooking Harrison River, British Columbia. Brady Vandergrift was in, where was he? The Boise River Trail. Alex Terrell, of course, she was on Antelope Island. Cameron Kershaw was in West Seattle. Lane Bird was up on Malins before it got snowy. David Stevenson, or as I like to call him, the Steph.
David Stephenson.
Yeah. He got an awesome trophy. It says, I finished the Capstone 10K and you did not. Derek Jenkins did not post where he was at. Lori Staton. Oh, she's Australia. Right on. I wonder if she knows Bondi, or if she knows Simon. and his Bondi.
Yeah, everybody knows him, right?
Right?
Simon's
Richard
global.
Allen took a picture of some dumpy lake in Columbia, Missouri. I'm just kidding, Richard. It's getting better every week, buddy. Keep it up. Maybe if you come out here, Meg can give you a point or two with her flip phone.
That's right. Closer west you move, you're getting there.
Steve Hamilton, Chattanooga 100. Cloud Canyon. This looks like a cool race. I might want to look into this next year.
Yeah?
Because I think it's kind of easy to fly in and out of Chattanooga, or at least get there.
I just like the name.
Yeah. Where else are we? Megan Martinez headed up Granger. Charles Stager. Didn't say where he was at.
Man, we had a lot this week.
I know. Ryan Anderson. This was a good one with the clouds. And Danskin Mountains, Mountain Home, Idaho. And I think that's about it. So my winner this week
Joel's winner
was Preston Wood.
Whoa, big week for Preston.
Because he won. We have to honor that. We have to celebrate it.
So Preston, I'm going to bring his hat to when we meet him Saturday.
There we go.
Preston, he got into Western and he got a Woody Footy. So that's a big week.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner, all the way around.
It's, I guess Christmas is going to be anticlimactic for him now. He just pinnacled everything.
Well, thanks again for everybody for participating in the Woody Footy. And who is our sponsor for the Woody Footy?
Man, it's the Sign Garage. And I'm heading there right after the show because we're working on the shirts for the Nordic Valley race. But these guys do it all. This time of year, they're swamped, but they always find time for us. And like Joel mentioned, they sponsored the Woody Footy for a full year. That means they're giving, I guess, these hats to give to you to make this contest not just possible, but to give you some cool swag.
Right.
They do such a great job. Historic 25th Street here in Ogden. It's iconic. Their shop is awesome. They just did a facelift inside that looks really cool.
Okay.
They're starting to do cutting boards and coasters, and they do it all now.
Yeah.
So check them out if you have any needs like that, shirts, hats, even Christmas gifts, one-offs, mugs, everything. Check them out. Elizabeth and Nate are awesome. So thank you for that. This week, Strava week for the TrailManners group. Distance, Florian Natero, 124.4.
Wow.
Run time, Andy Noyes. He's in every week somewhere. 30 hours, 22 minutes, and climbing, Shalise Morgan again, 17:054.
Thanks, Shalise. Killing
so
it.
she's just crushing
We got to get on that climbing thing here soon.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We do. But
like in a couple weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
Notice I didn't say like this week.
Yeah, that ain't happening this week. I'm tired. Take us with you Wednesdays. Off to a great start again for this week. Got some fun ones on there. We put one on there. We were down there with Turtle in the Land of Turd'l Miller.
The Land of Turd'l Miller.
That's what we're calling
it. That needs
it
to be
now.
a movie.
It is. I don't want to be an interesting movie. That goes straight to Blockbuster. And then we had 2 this week for Ask TrailManners.
All right.
So here's the 2 questions we have. The first one is from our buddy Matt Ozanek.
Okay.
Question for the TrailManners show. And I don't know, looking at a new Trail Saber. So I'm guessing once you get into it, you'll figure it out.
Right.
I saw your 2016 review on the Ultra Spire Lumen 600. Right. After a year or so on the trails, do you still rate it a 5 vans? Because we rated it 5 vans at the time.
Right.
And how did the battery life turn out?
Okay.
So we'll both have some answers to this.
Right.
Matt, yes, absolutely. It's still 5, and they've even got the updated models.
Yeah.
Right? So they have the
even
new
nicer.
ones, 600R and the new 600 2.0. So Joe's got the R. I've got the 2.0.
Right.
2.0 has storage.
It does, like for a key.
2.0 has, you can put a phone in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the one I have. Plenty of storage. I can't hit a dark run without it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we've been spoiled.
We have. And
we have to have it now.
We will. I personally think it's one of the best investments you can make if you run when it's dark.
Yes.
If you don't run when it's dark, if you don't do 100-mile events,
not
things
worth
like
it.
that, not at all.
Right.
But if you do, absolutely.
Yeah, again, it's going to last you for years and years and years.
And battery life.
It's 8 hours.
It's 8 hours on high beam.
On high beam.
But the great thing is you can buy an extra battery.
I know. It's easy to change out.
Yeah, so you could be high beaming it in a 100-mile race if you just had like 3 batteries, say.
Exactly.
And the batteries are like $10 or something.
They're easy to carry around. They're not big.
No, and so you charge up a couple on the side, keep
Right.
the one in there, and they're like the size of a AA-ish, right?
Yeah, maybe
right in
a hair
there.
bigger.
Yeah. Battery life, you won't have a problem with it.
No, not at all.
And you just keep charging. So that's my whole thing on the Lumen 600. It's a must.
I can't add anything to that.
Yeah, it's glorious.
Yeah,
That's
it
the way I'm
gets
gonna
my
say
stamp of approval.
Yeah, it gets mine, absolutely. It's amazing. So thank you for the question, Matt Ozanek. The next one came from Richard Allen.
Oh, our buddy Richard Allen.
His starts off, Apostles of Vert.
Oh.
So, if V-Fuel, Untapped, or Scratch, etc., made a cheese curd flavored gel or chew, would you try it? And my question to that is, duh. Absolutely. I wouldn't even hesitate. Not
Okay,
saying I'm
so
going to like it.
So it was untapped.
He said anybody, but he said V-Fuel, untapped, or
Okay,
scratch.
now V-Fuel made, I would not, because they
Okay.
don't make anything good.
Okay.
All right, that's just my
I
personal
like
opinion.
V-Fuel.
Yeah, I don't. So if untapped or scratch made one, of course it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Untapped maple coffee cheese curds, that's going to be pretty good.
Oh,
in
if
the
you had the
morning.
wafer, maple, oh, yeah, that's like breakfast.
I know.
Right?
See?
So my answer to that is absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be good.
of course
But
it's going to be good.
he just said, would you try it? It's a no-brainer. I mean, we and Jill try some sketchy things, period,
have.
let alone things that we think we would like,
Yep.
right? I'm not going to say what, but we were down at St. George Running Center. I said, Jill, you want one of these? And I showed him this pouch, and he's like,
That was
whoa.
a big fat no.
So
Usually
yes.
I'm pretty game for trying anything, even on race day.
And he's got a part 2 and also to his
Oh, I like
question.
it.
So thank you. First of all,
Thanks
thank
for
you
posting
guys
it.
for these Ask TrailManners stuff. I'd like to see more come
It's
in.
fun.
So the second part is also the house I'm moving into next week is only going to be about 5 miles from my office. I think this will be a good opportunity for me to run commute a few times each week. Plus, I'll finally be able to bike to work again.
There you go.
So great job on the carbon footprint.
I know. I like it.
Any tips regarding a good pack to use or how to handle the logistics of not being gross at work? No nearby shower. Thanks, guys. So
let's take the pack question first.
Okay.
So what running pack can he fit his work clothes in and some freshen up stuff?
well, here's my thing. I don't know what you wear to work. If it's fatigues, right? Because I know he does recruiting and
Right.
he's
So I
more-
think he can probably fold it so that they look good enough. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you don't want them to be,
wrinkly.
or maybe he can take enough of those in during the first part of the week.
Oh, there you go.
Right?
Maybe you wouldn't need to. Just take some in, leave them in your locker
Yeah.
or desk or wherever.
Let's assume that he's going to do that.
Okay.
Because that's how I'd probably play it.
Okay.
But you still need stuff to carry freshen up stuff.
Well, and even
right?
if you want to bring it home,
Right. That's
yeah,
it.
chuck it in there.
Yeah.
I think you can go a couple different ways here.
Right.
And again, I don't know the size, but one for me, because I use it and I have used it, is the Ultraspire Zygos.
That's exactly where I was going.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the Zygos is plenty room,
Uh-huh.
and if you don't use all the room, it still doesn't.
It packs
it's
down.
not bulky.
Packs down, feels like a small pack.
Because some packs out there that don't have enough, or they don't have a real stretchy pocket, then I would
Right.
say no. And then you wouldn't want to bungee necessarily stuff because that might just fall right out.
Yeah.
So if it was me, and I already have one, so it's easy for me to say this, but just thinking of the market, how so many are going smaller,
Uh-huh.
I would say the Ultraspire Zygos would
Right.
be my go-to.
I think another one to look at would be a Ultimate Direction Anton pack.
Okay,
'Cause that's bigger.
Okay,
It still rides really good. You can carry everything you want.
okay,
That'd be another one to look at.
Okay.
Maybe at this point, it's like kind of searching around, see which one's on sale
yeah,
to experiment.
okay. There you go. So that's our guess on
those
those.
Yeah.
And then the second part of that question was, how do you handle logistics of not being gross without a shower?
One, don't give a damn.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's the first.
I mean, depends on how fresh you usually
I don't think
are.
he's old enough for his give a damn to break.
Yeah, he's probably still worried about what other people think he smells like.
Exactly.
But here's what I would do, and I would have a bottle of Squeaky Cheeks.
I would too, because you can squeak up your junks
Everywhere.
and it doesn't smell.
You know, you can get
Minty
your pits, you can get your pits, you can get your other
Taint.
nether regions, and it smells good, and it kind of dries you. It's like it's not
does.
talc, but it's very similar. It's a powder,
Right.
Right, and so we've used Squeaky Cheeks,
Right. So
And
deodorant, squeaky cheeks.
yeah,
And I think here's the key: is take a washcloth that you can put into a Ziploc bag right after
yeah.
it gets wet,
Yep.
and some soap,
Yep.
and then you can at least wash your face and your upper body. Really, I mean, you can stand in the bathroom and do your whole upper body, right, and get rid of most of the stank.
and there's wet wipes, and I know they
Yeah,
make
you can wet
dude
wipe
wipes.
it, but I'm just thinking that I don't want to throw all those away all the time,
Yeah,
right?
just
So
have-
this would be the easiest way to handle that.
And you could keep some soap at your desk or at work,
Or
and
yeah,
then
or just
take a rag.
keep it in that Ziploc bag.
Yeah, so
right?
I think that's the nail.
That's
there.
how I would do it.
Yeah, and then that's what I would do.
And then also I would have a Ziploc bag to put my run stuff in,
yeah,
because that run stuff can get a little stank.
yeah. And if
You
I
know what I mean?
remember right, Richard is doesn't have hair, so we wouldn't have to worry about that.
Right.
Because that's the next phase. Is
Oh,
how do
how
I-
pretty you look.
Yeah, or I
Yeah.
know some people use Squeaky Cheeks as a dry shampoo. You
Right.
wouldn't have to worry about that. So
No, he's just got to polish that chrome dome.
yeah, maybe just beat some squirrel's nut butter across the top and move it on.
Dude,
there so
that'd be
it
awesome.
shines.
Yeah.
Right? And I know this because I've been talking with Chris at Squirrel's Nut Butter. They have the new vegan saw, but they also, people know, they got a foot one that has peppermint smell to it. Yeah, and we may be getting some of that.
Oh,
wink,
that'd be
wink,
nice.
Right? So
because I ran out of my stuff last week.
yeah, so I keep telling, like, we either give ours away,
right?
Or you know,
I
it's
don't
like,
give away the squeaky cheese. I hoard the crap out of that.
Yeah,
stuff.
that stuff's hard not to get rid of. But yeah, so that's our answers to that one, Richard. So I hope that helps.
Yeah.
And if you do try one of those, give us some feedback.
Exactly.
Yes, that worked. No, it didn't work.
Right.
I just might give a damn. I don't have one, so I don't care.
Right.
Whatever it is, right?
He might miss his recruiting goals for the year if his give a damn broke, though.
And Matt, same with your question. We'd love to see you get the Lomond 600. Has nothing to do with us, obviously. But if you do, let us know what you think.
Oh, yeah, for
right?
sure.
We love feedback, but I haven't heard one negative thing about the belt. People ask, does it bounce? No. And you can adjust it, which people don't realize.
Like up and
the
down.
angle.
Yeah.
And that doesn't, I've never had that move
I think here's the only complaint I can see people is that people that are running against you, coming the other way, are going to get blinded.
Well, especially if they look directly into your groin area.
Yeah, well, at that point, it's hard to take your eyes off of something so magnificent.
Right. It's like
a supernova right there at your belly button.
Yeah, people are like, what's that? And you're like, oh, my light.
That's my light.
But yeah, let us feedback. But that's our thoughts there for sure. So I think that's it. We're kind of wrapping it up this week on the Singletrack Session number 66. Still let you know, we do still have a few pieces in the online store that are discounted out. We still have a couple hoodies, and we still have some beanies. We'd love to sell through those, and it is the holiday season. Get yourself something. Put some hints on your significant other's iPhone or sticky notes. Hey, this would be cool.
Right. Just have that page pulled up on that computer so it's ready to go.
Yeah.
Make it easy for them.
Yeah. Or you know what? I know a lot of you do like running groups. You do white elephant gifts. I mean, shirts are $5. Hats are cheap. Get something like that. Help spread the TrailManners love. Introduce people to us.
That's awesome.
We met some new people down in St. George that didn't know what we were, what we did.
Some guy started listening to us the day he was driving down there.
He's like, I just listened to this first time. Like, well, you got some catching up to do.
Yeah, you do, buddy.
But yeah, introduce us to people. We'd love that. We love to spread and get out there. We don't do anything with marketing other than our podcast. So spread the word. Get people and those of you that do have the TrailManners swag, it's cool. It's comfortable, right? I mean, it's cool, right?
Yeah.
The beanies are crushing it, and we still have a few left, which still surprises me. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've got for this week's show. Look forward to next Tuesday. We're going to have a great show next Tuesday with someone who's been around for a long time.
Somebody that's impacted you, whether you realize it or not.
Absolutely.
They've influenced what you're doing right now.
Exactly. So yeah, thanks for another great week. We hope everybody stays safe out there. And
stay warm.
Stay warm for sure. And we'll see you or hear you or talk to you next week.